Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, everybody, my students, ladies and gentlemen. So sorry for delay to open the Zoom meeting because the technical problem. Well, we are praying to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala today that we are going to conduct the discussion, particularly the presentation PPT 4 pointers from the student. And having presented of the student, I and Budiani will make this brief comment to the student presentation. Okay, beginning our lecture today, we saying together Basmalah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Well, I would like to check the student who will presentation today. Abil Alfitro, are you ready, Abil?
Ready, sir.
Okay, and then Dafa R. Amani. Hello, Dafa.
Hello, sir.
Okay, and finally Teresa Raja Guguk. Hello, Teresa.
Hello, sir.
Okay, okay. We start to listen the student presentation. I think each student just present his or her PPT in 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. Let me start with the Abil Alfitro. Abil, your time is 5 to 7 minutes, please.
Does the PPT have to be share screen, sir?
Okay, please.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity to present a one-page PowerPoint with my study topic is local cultural wisdom of the traditional village of Cirende cultural tourism in the city of Cimahi. The first bab is Cirende traditional village that existed since 1918. The Cirende traditional village is located in Louis Gajah village, South Cimahi district, Cimahi city. Cirende village is a place that has its own characteristic in which Sundanese traditional in the Sundanese traditional community is formed that is able to maintain and preserve custom from generation to generation. And is not influenced by outside culture. The Cirende traditional village consists of 50 families or 800 people. Most of the population embrace and adapt to the Sunda Wiwitan belief to this day, and they are always consistent in carrying of the to the Sunda Wiwitan. They are always consistent in carrying out the teaching of the faith and continue to preserve the culture and custom that have been handed down from their ancestors. The second bab is origin of the word Cirende. Cirende comes from the name of the Rende tree because previously is the village has a large population of Rende tree. Rende tree is a tree for the herbal medical ingredient. This village is called Cirende village because the people of Cirende village still adapt to be traditional of their ancestor with the supervision of the traditional leader. The third bab, the structure of the traditional institution of the Cirende traditional village community. The traditional village is customary institutional structure because this is one of the support of the implementation of customary rule and agreement in Cirende village. The structure within the traditional Cirende community institution are the one elders, namely someone who is the caretaker of the history of the traditional village of Cirende. To Ais Pangampi, namely representative of elders, or also someone who provides information related to language, symbol about custom. Three, Ais Panifren, namely someone assigned as public relation. The fourth bab is social organization in the Cirende traditional village community. The Cirende village is a unique cultural element so that the Cirende village can become a tourist attraction in the city of Cimahi. Social organization in the social organization system, they are farmer group, sheep farming group, and traditional women who process cassava. The five babs is language and science. Uh, Language, greeting, communicate between people. The language they use every day is Sundanese. Knowledge system, the knowledge system used in everyday life in the Cirende traditional village, namely knowledge, uh, namely knowledge in agriculture, art, and how to process cassava rice, which is taught from generation to generation. The sixth bab is the system of religion or belief health. Religious system, the indigenous people of Cirende call themselves followers of Sunda Wiwitan. Sunda Wiwitan itself contains the early Sundanese meaning, and for them religion is not a mean of worship, but a mean of application in life. Therefore, they adapt to tradition and site of worship are really found. The seventh bab is art of the Cirende traditional village community. Uh, Art in the art system of the Cirende indigenous people, there are puppets, puppets that are usually displayed at the Suraan event. The last bab is livelihood system of the Cirende traditional village community. Livelihood system in terms of livelihood, the majority of Cirende indigenous people work as farmer and sheep feeder. They have their own arable land, and the crops they grow are mostly cassava and other crops such as beans. Indigenous people of Cirende use natural fertilizer from sheep and as fertilizer. Uh, Thank you for your attention. If there are mistakes in word and action, this will be my fault. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you very much, Abil Alfitra. Your presentation, I think, less than 7 minutes. Okay, the next presenter is Dava Amani. Dava, your time is 5 to 7 minutes, please.
Okay, sir.
You're still unmute. Okay. Dava, you are still unmute your microphone.
Okay. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, Dava Amani will deliver a presentation entitled "The Hidden Paradise Sanghyang Helet." Around March 2020, I was there. I thought it's just an ordinary tour. Apparently, after arriving, I was amazed at the beauty of nature there. Speaking of, Sanghyang Helet is rarely widely known. However, today I will explain to you. Bandung is a city that not exists out of it, especially in natural attraction and culinary treats. No exception, one of the natural attraction located in Raja Mandala, Kabupaten Bandung Barat, namely Sanghyang Helet. Clear river, and in between the rocks that tower as well as in the forest resemble a feast. In fact, some people call it a Belitung taste Bandung. Sanghyang Helet, the word is meant from the Sundanese puppet, where the Sanghyang means angel, while the Helet means different between two times. It was said This place showed the place of the god or angel from heaven to bathe and purify themselves. Therefore, the possibility of the surrounding community named this place as the Sangyang Helet because this place is so a meeting point between heaven and earth. The people who live in Saguling, in which the village is adjacent to the area of Sangyang Helet, believing to Smith, so this area is also used a sacred place by the local people. In the addiction, Sangyang Helet is said to be an ancient lake, which is the result of the eruption of an ancient volcano named Sunda Mountain. It can be seen from the shape of the lake, which is surrounded by the large rock towering. In addition to being surrounded by the large rock, there is a flow of a small waterfall, which is the flow of the Citarum Ancient. The Citarum Ancient river flow, this is what irrigate the lake Sangyang Helet. To be able to find this hidden paradise, you will only need to follow the route to the hydroelectric power station because this place is not too far from hydroelectric power station located in the district of Raja Mandala. Exactly about 5 kilometers from the gate Saguling if you do not know where Saguling. From the direction of Bandung, you must log in first to the district Raja Mandala. Arriving at the Raja Mandala, you will find a T junction. It's mean pertigaan and gets read Saguling. Come in through the gate and Sangyang Helet is waiting for you to step on. Just a reminder for you who want to visit Sangyang Helet, you should wear sandal or shoes that are not slippery because there will be many rocks that trample along the way to Lake Sangyang Helet. Unfortunately, this place in this defect close to government agencies, namely hydropower Saguling. Supposedly, government has realized that there is a great tourism potential in the area that can be attraction of the main attraction in West Java. Sangyang Helet currently managed by citizens around the coast. In the fact the government is embracing people around will improve the economy in the area. There might be other consideration of the government do not pay attention to this Sangyang Helet. Among them, the presence of hydroelectric power plant Saguling, which is an asset of the state Indonesia that might be a danger if many visitors would come. So from here, we understand that everything if you want to get things beautiful, good or best, there must be a sacrifice first. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dava R. Amani. Your presentation also less than 7 minutes. Okay, the last presenter is Teresa Raja Gugu. Teresa, time is yours. In 5 to 7 minutes, please. Hello, Teresa.
Okay. Good afternoon, Sir Andy, Ma'am Dian, and all my friends. Now I want to present about my topic that I've choose yesterday. I want to present about Asian African Museum as one of historical evidence. As we know, Bandung has a million beauty. Behind its beauty, it also has a story in it. The beauty of Bandung is not only in its natural attractions, but also in the story in every corner of the city. There are about 10 museums in Bandung. We do not enjoy its beauty like natural attractions, but we can make the museum as a recreation of the past. One of the most famous museums in Bandung is the Museums of Asian African Conference. The name of this museum is quite unique because it uses the names of two continents. These museums has a Art Deco style architecture. Is located at Gedung Merdeka in Asia Africa Street number 65 Bandung. There are so many flags raised in front of these museums. It shows how rich the diplomatic value of the Asian African Museum was. The idea of establishing the Asian African Museum was realized by Job Ave and inaugurated by Indonesian President Suharto on April 24, 1980. The Asian African Museum has a long history. In 1895, where the Asian African Museum building was part of the Gedung Merdeka, which is also used as a gathering place for Europeans, it called Associated Concordia. And in 1921, the architecture changed into a modern style. The building transformed into the most luxurious, complete, exclusive, and modern super club meeting building in the archipelago. In 1942 until 1945, during the occupation of the Japanese Army, the Associated Concordia building was renamed to Daitowa Kaikan and functioned as a cultural center. And in 1948 until 1949, since the occupation, which was marked by the government of Haminte Bandung, Pasundan State, and West Java Republic, Associated Concordia building was repaired and refunctioned again as Associated Concordia. Because the Associated Concordia building is quite large, luxurious, and magnificent, in 1954, this building was used as a conference venue with and as a conference venue. The building was the renovation again. The repair of the building is adjust to its function for the venue of the conference without changing its original shape. Its restoration was led by Insinyur R. Srigati Santoso. Since 1955, Gedung Merdeka functioned as a constituent building. However, after the Constituent Assembly was dissolved, the building was occupied by the National Design Board. The Asian African Museum idea was born from Mohtar Kusumatmaja. He is Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic Indonesia. Because he is the Minister of Foreign Affairs, he often visited neighbor countries, including countries in Asia and Africa. When he held a meeting, many of the country's leaders asked about Gedung Merdeka and Bandung, and some of them had the desire to see and visit it directly. Because of the desire of the country's leaders in the Asian African region to see the condition of Gedung Merdeka and Bandung, it was important to make Gedung Merdeka as a museum. On 24 April 1980, at the 25th anniversary of the Asian African Conference was held at Gedung Merdeka. At the height of the commemorative event was held the inauguration of the Museum of the Asian Africa Conference by President Suharto. Gedung Merdeka was designated as the Asian African Museum by the Indonesian government. I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Teresa Rajaguru. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think before Ibu Diani and me makes a brief comment, please for student starting from now, you make the brief comment to write in the WhatsApp group, okay? Because the time is limited, I think. So starting from now, please you make the brief comment regarding to one of the student presenter, not to all student presenter, okay? Just one of the presenter of the student according to your opinion. It is very interesting to be commented in briefly. Okay, I think Bu Diani, please, next the comment.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for Bill, and then who else? Dava and Tere for your quite simple and modest presentations. Okay, this is, I believe, I give the suggestions and recommendation for all of you, either Abil, Tere, and Dava. I think all of you haven't shown your expressive presentation. So I think for me, don't be hesitate to show your expressive gestures. So I don't see and I don't feel that you are quite interesting with your presentation because after all, for your I hope that you can express and you can present your presentation with a smiling voice or your smiling face. So either way, it could be, it's going to be so monotonous. Okay, thank you. This is just a little recommendation from me. Thank you all after all. You are still mute, sir.
How about Teresa? It's okay?
Yes, I think it's okay with the content of the presentation, but still I don't see your yeah, I cannot see that you are quite interesting with your presentation. But I think you can present more and you can deliver your presentation with your smiling voice and your smiling face, because either way it's going to be so for as a visitor. So we are just guessing. So we are not feel that you are welcoming us. So please do in the contrast. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ibu Diani. Well, my student, particularly the student presenter, I think what Ibu Diani was talking about is very important for you. So let's imagine that you as the guide of the tourist. Okay, so and the participant is comes from abroad. So please ensure that your object, your tourism destination is very interesting for them, not for the local tourists. So because of that, not only a suggestion from Ibu Diani, you should be smile. Also, it should be interesting in what is explaining something related to your what is the destination. Okay. For example, I would like to make the brief comment about the Abil Alfitro. Abil Alfitro, please imagine, for example, if the tourist is the anthropologist. Okay, so anthropologists want to know about the uniqueness community. So what kind of uniqueness about the Cirende community? If you just what is explaining in generally not related to the specific concept with the anthropologists, with the uniqueness community, I think it is not interesting. So maybe anthropologist from the USA, from the Netherlands, he want to compare between what is his uniqueness community in his or her country with the Cirende community. So please ensure that because you guys about the community, local community, should be ensure that your explanation is uniqueness community, making interesting for the what is tourist comes from abroad. Okay. Okay. Including also for DAFA. I think similar with Ibu Diani, your presentation is good, particularly in information. Information is okay. But I think if I see about your PowerPointers, there's the followers and the comment from the President of USA, from Putin, from I think it is not true. You are lying. So please ensure that what is the follower and make the brief comment in your PowerPoint. This is not technological engineer, rekayasa teknologi. So, and also similar, what kind of interesting about the Sangyang Helet? Eh? Sangyang Helet. Helet is limited. Okay? I think please ensure that your historical or tourism site is very uniqueness and interesting for overseas countries, for overseas tourists. Yeah? Please, you don't lie that. Let's see that the participant and the commentator is President USA, President Russia, I think. uh, it is not true for the what is historical content. Okay, so I think it is very interesting. Lastly, for Teresa, maybe you should explaining something not about the history of ASEAN African Museum, but should be what kind of interesting in that museum. Please imagine, for example, if the tourist come from Japan and maybe he want to know why the Concordia Society building changed the name became Dai Toa Kauka. What does it mean? Including also Gedung Merdeka. What does it mean? So should be explained to what is tourist comes from abroad. Okay, so please imagine if the tourist comes from China, you should explain that your leaders, for example, who is the Prime Minister China or Foreign Minister of China in ASEAN African Conference? Chu Enlai. Ladies and gentlemen, Chu Enlai had came to this conference. This is the photograph of Chu Enlai. You should be explain about the content in the museum, not the history in general about the museum of ASEAN African ourselves, because this is for the tourists comes from abroad, not for the history student. If local history student, you can explain about the history of wedding, history of conference, ASEAN African Museum, and so on and so forth. But please imagine that the tourists will come from abroad. So you should explaining something who interested in for the tourist comes from abroad. Okay. However, your presentation, I agree with Ibu Diani, is good enough. So, but please ensure that you explaining something should be interested in for the tourists who comes from abroad. Okay, and this is also your task. Please, you should be making the what is the short article just in 2 pages, like the opinion article or picture for the newspaper and the magazine. Okay, in the last semester should be interesting also in explaining about your tourism site or your historical heritage. Okay, thank you very much for your presentation, and please ensure that student who will prepare for the next time should be prepared in a good manner, particularly one day before your presentation, the PowerPoint should be sent to the WhatsApp group, okay? Please don't be delay. I think it is very important for all students. Thank you very much, and I think we will switch our lecture from Zoom meeting to the WhatsApp group to see the brief comment from other students regarding the student presentation today. Let's ending our lecture today by reciting together Hamdalah. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Thank you very much. We will meet again in the next week. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Thank
wabarakatuh.
you all.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank you,
Allow
ma'am.
me to leave from this committee.
Assalamualaikum, Bapak.
Okay.